Shadma, this is your performance. You have not met your target and you've been terminated. New HRs hire in the company to fire their existing employees. They want to terminate and they want to reduce their strength in the company. Hi, this is Shadma and I'm going to share another company. This is the company where I work first time in the domestic in my entire career history in 35 companies. So this company, I joined this in 2015, starting of the 2015, and the name of the company is Snapdeal. Everyone knows this company. That was on boom. People used to use this Snapdeal platform a lot that point of time. So that was a really big company. Even in the same year when I joined this company, 2015, yes. So Snapdeal is sponsor in Big Boss as well in 2014. So that was a time when I joined. So everyone really well-known organization. I joined this, so I learned about e-commerce. But the things was completely different when I joined. There was a really good salary, was as per the standard of the international market, and a lot of people join this company because it is a really big name. People will be learning and making their career. But things got changed after a couple of months. Company has a start outsourcing their process to the other company, and the outsourcing company were giving a very less package. So what they did, they want to terminate and they want to reduce their strength in the company. New HRs hire in the company to fire their existing employees, due to which every single employee was penalized with the bad policies. What has happened with me? I was also part of this strategy that I was getting penalized for that. What has happened, like, I was in customer support. We used to get hell number of calls on daily basis, and yes, the calls was all maximum in complaints. We used to hear from the customer a really bad company. We were trying to resolve those issues. So there was on, just imagine, on every bad call, every complaint call, you have to get the CSAT. I'm sure you all must be aware about CSAT, DSAT. Customer satisfied, customer dissatisfied. So we have to achieve the score of CSAT, and every customer does not ready to give you a feedback right after the call. And whenever you call in a customer service, you have to tell them you will be getting a one link. You have to you have to give my feedback how I was with you, whether I'll be able to help you or not. What if I have no solution of that problem when the customer is raising? I cannot get the CSAT. Of course I cannot. I will be only getting a DSAT if I'm not able to help the customer. If I only have the repeatedly the same answer, the scripted answer, you can only say this, you cannot say this, because everything we can't do it. There are multiple more departments also who are going to resolve the issue. So what happened is very interesting. So Snapdeal hire a big team for the new HR team. So they make such a strategy so they can easily ask them to leave, not the termination, but ask them to leave. ATL. This is known as ATL. Ask to leave. Many of you know about this term. So same thing was happening in Snapdeal as well. What has happened? They call everyone. The quality score. Okay, so this is your performance and you have 1 month's time to perform yourself, and you have to reach this mark. And you know how much is worth the marking? The target was 95% out of 100 in CSAT, which is next to impossible. 80%, 90%, okay, but 95% when every call is a complaint call and Snapdeal does not have the solution. They are getting wrong product, they are not getting the refund, the product is delayed, in the product they are getting something else. Like these kind of complaints we used to get, and we have to give them an answer. So every call is frustrating customer we are hearing, and then we are not even safe. Our job is not safe. So what has happened when I had this? I was actually very depressed, very disappointed the moment I got this letter of PIP, Performance Improvement Plan. Yes, you hear this right. And many of you know about this. हम में से काफ़ी सारे लोग इस प्रॉब्लम से सिचुएशन में आए हैं, एंड नॉट जस्ट मी, दोज हु आर वर्किंग विथ मी दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम ऑलरेडी नो अबाउट दिस स्टोरी. So during the process of my PIP, they shift me in the different project within the same company, same building, but the work was completely different. The project was product. They used to call a product, and wherein we have to verify all the complaints of replacement and refund. Only these two. If there is a refund complaint, then why it is a refund, whether we have to decline or we have to accept, we have to judge that. So there was a ticketing system. So I got a training, and I was doing really good. Whatever tickets I used to get, I used to complete in that one day. I used to be the highest one, because that was very interesting, and I really easily adapt that, because this is in my hand. I am not dependent on someone else to judge my performance. I am the one who have to complete my target, my tickets, whatever tickets I'm getting, I'm fulfilling it. Okay, so middle of the month I was there. So the month ends, they called me up and said, Shadma, this is your performance. You have not met your target and you've been terminated. I said, I'm going to be terminated for what basis? I'm doing really good here in this, and you have given me PIP on the other projects. So how can you say that I'm going to be terminated? So they said, you are terminated. They take my card, my access card, my ID card, and I still fight with them. They said you will be on hold on bench. Okay, and I didn't resign at all, since I know why I should when I am not wrong. But there were many of the people who did resign. They put the paper down, but I did not. I said, I am not gonna give you the resignation, since I am not wrong. I did perform well, and they removed me from the, but they send back to me the customer support once again. Within the duration of that PIP, customer service to product, I was stay for more than almost maximum time spent there. And last 2 days, when my PIP timeline is going to be over, they send back to me to the same process, which is customer service, to check my performance. How they will evaluate my how you will judge me, and how they will be calculating my performance when I only work for the starting of the week, month, and end of the month, and the entire 1 month I was in a different project. So what happened? They took my card, my access card, and then sent back to me the home. But I did not keep quiet. I said I would like to fight for that. So they listened to me. Listen to me what? They were doing investigation. Okay, hold on, we will be doing the investigation for this purpose. So there was another branch in Gurgaon, in Snapdeal, a really big branch in Snapdeal in Gurgaon, and we were in Sarita Bihar in Delhi's branch. So she, the HR head from the Gurgaon branch, she came to listen to my case. So this case was little different. So I kept all the points. This is my reports. This is my performance. This is the issue. She still did not agree. I said, ma'am, you give me the PIP for this date, and look at the situation. Look at my performance, how I was performing, my attendance, my quality, my tickets, and everything. I'm doing well. So they investigate. This process took almost 2 to 3 weeks time. Almost 2 to 3 weeks time. So after that, they agreed to it, and I got my cards once again, and I went back to the floor again. Everyone was shocked. How come she came back? And there was some of my dushman also, some female, they didn't like me at all. They was like, how come she back? But I knew they're after my job. They're gonna create such more situation when I have to put my paper down. So I work and I resign properly, but I did not accept their termination. That was my story in Snapdeal. And this is not just me. I'm not the only one victim of this situation. There were many and many. Few of them start terminating the starting of the month of 2015, and few of them been terminated after 3 months, 6 months. The reason, the whole story they have created, because they start outsourcing their projects to the other third-party companies so that they can save some money. And they were entirely shifting to only the Gurgaon branch. They completely closed the Delhi branch. So that was the issue, that they have created a situation to reduce their employees, which every company that they don't care about the entry level, the agent level. That is a painful story for all the agents in this industry. But I will still really appreciate the HR management team who came from the Gurgaon, listened to my story very carefully and gave me the fair deal. But I know the situation of the company, that everyone is getting terminated every single day. We are hearing this person is not here, like this person. So I knew it, so I properly resigned and I happily exit with that company. I had really good memories from Snapdeal. Was the only one domestic and national company that I joined in my entire career history, and the first company where I learned about the e-commerce. I had got really good friends, and I'm still in touch with all the female friends who were working with me and the first day shift, and also really thankful to the HR. And after 3 months, I went back to the Snapdeal once again, but there was some difference and something difference in my FNF. So I reached out to them, they checked my entire attendance and everything, and after that also they released my remaining funds. So for this thing, I really appreciate Snapdeal to helping me out and to resolve my issue. Even when I was not part of the company, they listened to me and they released my remaining FNF amount. Was only for 3 to 4 days was left. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you would like to hear, and I'm sure after this story you must be learning something, that even if you are in a PIP and you are having such issues, so fight with your HR, because they are not allowed to shift in a different project. If they are, the calculation will be in a different way. They cannot do that. And still, the lot of companies who terminate will pay you some extra money. If you resign, they don't have to pay extra, they will only pay you the FNF. So I happily exit the company. It was a great experience. And also, thank you for watching my videos. If you would like to hear some more experiences about the other companies, I love to share with you. There are a lot of companies are in my list, and that was one of them. And please like and subscribe if you want me to make such videos next time. आगे भी बनाते रहेंगे इस तरह के videos, so like and subscribe.